Hey everyone, today I want to take you through the roadmap of my Roblox game development journey. I'll break down the key areas I'm focusing on and dive deeper into my experience with modeling my game world. Spoiler alert, I had to rely on free models and assets because, well, I can't model just yet, but don't worry. I'll share some great resources and plugins that every Roblox developer should know about. Let's get into it. So here's the breakdown of my development process. First up, we have the game world itself, maps, environments, and how everything is built. Then there's the GUI, which includes interface design and interactive elements. Characters and enemies play a huge role, so modeling, scripting, and animations are key there. Next is weapons and combat, where I focus on both melee and magic systems. And finally, story implementation, getting all the pieces together to create an immersive experience. Now let's talk about modeling. This is where I ran into my first big challenge. Since I'm still learning how to model, I had to go online and find free assets to bring my world to life. Roblox has a ton of free models, but not all of them are high quality. So finding the right ones take time. But you also want to be careful about scripts hidden inside free models that can cause issues in your game. One thing I quickly learned is that you should always inspect the model before using it. Some free models come with hidden scripts that can break your game or cause lag. To avoid that, I always go into the Explorer and remove any unnecessary scripts before adding the model to my game. Another challenge is consistency. Since free models are made by different creators, they don't always match in style. I had to spend a lot of time finding models that fit the aesthetic of my game. Sometimes I had to modify or retexture models to make everything feel cohesive. This is something to keep in mind if you're relying on free assets. At the end of the day, using free assets is a great way to get started, but it's important to personalize them so your game doesn't look like a random mix of different styles. Retexturing, resizing, and even minor edits in Blender can make a huge difference. If you're in the same boat as me and need assets, here's some great resources. Roblox Creator Marketplace is your best friend for free models, meshes, and textures. Another great site is Sketchfab, where you can find 3D assets that you can import. But beyond just finding models, the right plugins can save you hours of work. Let's talk about plugins. Here are some must-haves that I found incredibly useful. F3X Building Tools, which makes advanced building and editing super easy. Archimedes, which is perfect for creating curved surfaces and smooth designs. Gap Fill and Resize Align. These help with precision building and making models fit together nicely. And the Mesh Importer. If you're bringing in custom models, this is essential. F3X is a lifesaver for making quick edits to models. It gives you much more control compared to the default Roblox Studio tools. Archimedes is great if you need to create curved structures, which is something Roblox Studio doesn't handle well by default. Gap Fill and Resize Align help a ton with making sure parts connect seamlessly, especially when you're working with multiple models. Mesh Importer is something I use when I find great assets on external sites like Sketchfab. It makes it easy to bring in custom models and adjust them with Roblox Studio. If you plan on using external assets, this plugin is a must-have. So that's where I'm at in my journey so far. This may be a guide for others to learn more about Roblox game development, but in many ways, the research and time I take reflecting back on what I do helps me so much as I grow as well. Learning to model takes time, but using free assets wisely and having the right tools make a huge difference. If you're working on a game and struggling with modeling like me, hopefully these tips help you out. Be sure to pull up to live streams on Sunday where I'll be working on the game live. You can watch on YouTube, but I'll also be streaming on Twitch. So make sure to pull up and watch me work on the game every Sunday at 8:30 to 9 p.m. This is a little bit of a short video and not the usual content, but I feel like this is another series that I'm going to be interested in making for the channel. And it'll just be an ultimate game development guide as I work on my game. And so this is the first part, modeling. And so let me know in the comments what plugins or resources you use for building. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more devlogs on my progress. See you soon in the next one. Bye.
내 귀 스트로